Hi, in this video I will show you how to use the Freshbooks Connector for Salesforce provided by InfoPoc. From your mobile device or web browser, go into the menu and click on the Freshbooks Connectors tab. Here you will see a list of the contacts, accounts, and opportunities that exist within Salesforce. You can either delve deeper into a contact. So if you click on the name, Peter Russell, this will take you to the details page of that contact. You can edit a contact if you click on the edit icon. Let's change the phone number from 2312 to 2311. Click Save. If we click on the refresh button, you will see that the change took place. Or you can create a contact on Salesforce by clicking on this button. This will allow you to create a new contact in Salesforce. You can also search for a contact that you don't see here by typing. As soon as you type, it will filter out the contacts for you. If we click on a contact, for example, such as Peter Russell, if we click on the Freshbooks button, this will take us to the Freshbooks data for that particular contact. As we can see, the email for Peter Russell does not exist. So here we can either search by email. If we leave it empty and we click on the search button, we will get a list of all the contacts that exist in Freshbooks. Or we can search for a particular email, such as david.steels@ekitchen.com, and we click search, and we'll only see that particular client. We can also create a new client, and it will automatically populate all the data from Salesforce into the appropriate fields. So you can go over the fields and see if you want to change anything, and then you can simply just create the client. Here we see that the client Peter Russell is created, and it's asking me whether I want to link to it automatically. So I can simply just link to this client, and now I will see the data for that particular client. However, we just created that client and it has no data. So if we go back to contacts and we go into a client that already exists, which is David Steels, and we click on Freshbooks, it will automatically link it to your Freshbooks data, and here we see a list of all the invoices, payments, and estimates for that particular client. At the top, you can unlink that client, which means I don't want to retrieve the data of Freshbooks for that client. I want to retrieve it from another email address. You have a dashboard which shows you a high-level summary of your invoices, and you can change the currency to see different summaries per currency. If you click on details, it will show you a breakdown of your invoices for that past year, splitting them by month. If you click on invoices, you will see the list of invoices. Again, for each invoice, you can view the invoice by simply clicking on the number of the invoice. It will take you to your Freshbooks account and it will display that invoice. If you go back to Salesforce, if you click on the edit icon, it will take you to Freshbooks edit page for that particular invoice as well. In the invoice, you would see the details, the total amount, the outstanding, the date, and the status of that invoice. Similarly for payments, so far we have no payments for that particular invoice, but if we go back to invoices and we click on the invoice and we enter a payment for that invoice, and we click Save. If we go back to the application and we click on the refresh button, we go to payments, we'll see that the payment now shows up for that particular invoice. Similarly for estimates, we don't have an estimate either, but if you create an estimate, you will be able to see it. Accounts work in similar fashion as contacts. So if we click on accounts, we will see a list of all the accounts. Opportunities work in a slightly different manner in that you can link opportunities to particular invoices or estimates. So if we click on opportunities and click on Dickinson, we see that it's currently not linked to anything and it cannot find any link for A. Young. So if we try to search, we'll be able to link it to any of the 3 clients that we have so far in FreshBooks. So if I link it to David Steele's again, and remember, this is the only time you would have to do it. It's only one time thing. So if I go back to opportunities and I click on Dickinson again, it will automatically take me to David Steele's account in FreshBooks. If I don't want that and I want to unlink it, so by simply clicking unlink, it will unlink it for me. So if I go into opportunities again and I click on Dickinson, it will tell me that it cannot find a client for that email address. So again, if I search and I link it to David Steele's again, I will see the data. So in here, there's an extra checkbox which is linked invoices. If I uncheck that, it will show me the list of all the invoices for that particular client. I can link to a particular invoice, so I can link to the first one, 006. And now if I click on the checkbox again, I will see that only this particular invoice shows up for this opportunity. If I go into payments, it will automatically link it as well. However, you cannot link / unlink a payment because payment is linked to an invoice. So if you link an invoice, the payment will be automatically linked. Similarly for estimates. As you can see from this video, the application allows you to view, edit, or create contacts, accounts, or opportunities within Salesforce, and will automatically link it to your FreshBooks accounts if it can do so. If the email does not exist or there are multiple clients for the same email, it will ask the user to determine what's the right connection. It also allows you to view the invoices, payments, and estimates for that particular account.